Alrighty, hello everyone. This is Halloween Hunter here, and welcome back to another Halloween video. And in this Halloween video, we have right here is the unboxing on the Spirit Halloween 2023 Leatherface Pretty Woman variant animatronic. Now, I actually got this prop during the Spirit Halloween 50% off sale in November, so I got it for a pretty good deal. With that being said, though, I don't think it's a perfect animatronic, so this is definitely gonna be one of those. I gotta really wait and see how it really is in hand. So let's go ahead and unbox this. I have not opened it. It's basically just sat unopened for the longest time until now. So yeah, let's go ahead and unbox this guy. Alrighty, so opening the lid, we can see in there it's a party time props. They have very particular like box sizes and like how they put stuff in. So all right, so pulling that out. Definitely a lot. All right, so first we have is the clothing right here. Right here we have an arm. Looks like a leg pull, I think. Another one right here. We have his shoes right here. Of course, the instructions in here. Looks like some sort of like bracket piece right here. Another arm right here. Another of those brackets right here is the adapter. There it is. Right here is the head of Leatherface. Cutting these zip ties, there's a couple of those. We have the chainsaw right here, which looks pretty cool. Right here, we have is the mechanism and torso piece. And last but not least, we have the base right here. So yeah, that's pretty much all of the Leatherface parts. Let's go ahead now and begin that setup. All right, so first we're going to go ahead now and take the base, of course, and then go ahead and take the two plastic shoes and put them over the leg pulls. Also make sure that the straight leg is the front leg and make sure the bent leg is the back. Then we'll go ahead and actually take the two leg pulls and snap lock them onto the base. Next, we'll go ahead and put on the pants over the leg pulls. Next, we'll go ahead and take the module mechanism body of Leatherface and put those over the leg pulls and make sure they snap lock into place. Next, we'll take the front half of the hip loop and put that over in the front section of the module. And then we'll take the back of the hip loop and put that onto the back of the module. And then we can go ahead and pull the pants over the hip loop. Then I will go ahead and actually plug in the adapter into the adapter jack and then run the adapter one of the legs. Next, I'll go ahead and put over this padding over the body. Next, I'll go ahead and actually unvelcro the shirt and then put that over the body. And then I'll actually take the sensor wire, which is already connected to the shirt, and actually put that wire through the hole of the padding. Next, I will go ahead and actually put the arms on by, of course, putting them through the arm sleeves. I will again do the same for this arm now. Next, to go ahead and put on the chainsaw. Now, it's a kind of an interesting piece, but first I have to go ahead and put the handle of the chainsaw through this slot of the arm where it actually has a hole through it. And then I will kind of get that into place like that. And then I will go ahead now and actually take this arm and then kind of pose it a little bit and then take this hand and actually put it through this handle of the chainsaw and press that in. And then take the Velcro near his hand and we loop that around the chainsaw handle. Next, I'll go ahead and take the wire coming from the chainsaw and connect that to the wire coming from the arm. And speaking of connecting wires, I'll go ahead and actually connect the wire coming from the arm and connect that to the wire coming from the body. Then I will go ahead now and take the wire coming from the sensor and connect that to the wire from the module. Then I will go ahead now and actually connect the head onto the body. And then the final piece, we'll go ahead now and actually put on the tie over the head and then under the collar. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and actually use the included zip ties to go ahead and secure the arms down better in the slots. That might help with the posing. However, I don't really ever use that. It's not really required, so I never use that myself. And there actually is sandbags for this character that you can go ahead and actually fill up and use to weigh him down. However, again, I don't really use these. But after that and doing pretty much any adjustments to the character, plug him in and he's pretty much good to go. And that is how you set up the Spirit Halloween 2023 Leatherface. Let's go ahead now and roll that demo. There you saw was the Spirit Halloween 2023 Leatherface Pretty Woman variant in action. And this guy definitely is an interesting case because honestly, I don't think it's a bad piece per se, but I don't think it's a very great or grand piece like it's supposed to be. Now, there definitely is a lot of pros to this guy and a lot of cons, but what I will say for Leatherface here is, first of all, there definitely is a lot of cool things about him. There is a version of this character that was sold at Lowe's, named by Jemmy, and he basically was kind of like the same thing, essentially, where he kind of twisted around with his motion, but he did not have the chainsaw blade moving, and he looked significantly worse than this one. And that is because Jimmy did not definitely put a lot of effort in the design or look of this character. While this one definitely has more effort. Now this one is based off the Pretty Woman design from the movie, not the original design. But even then, I think you can still tell this one definitely has a lot more effort put into it. The body proportions look a lot more fit. The arms too as well, the foam padding and the way the hands and arms are structured. They are really good. They are really like realistic like. His mask too is really good too. I like how it's not just like a plastic mask. It's actually like a full-on mask over a plastic shell. Even though that is latex, at least it does look realistic. And his eyes look really good too. I like the suit. The tie is pretty cool. The pants, the chainsaw looks really awesome too. This butt is kind of weird, but whatever. It's not really a big deal. The chainsaw overall looks really good. And yeah, this guy does look pretty decent. I mean, parts about him could have definitely been better, like the mask, I guess, could have looked better, but still, I can tell what this character is, and it's not bad for that. Second thing is that this guy's proportions are definitely really good when they're posed correctly. Now, when they're not posed correctly, like here, this is the best I can get it, and it definitely still isn't perfect, but I will say for what it can look like normally, this is definitely one of the better looking ones. So I am kind of glad with how mine looks right now. It's still not perfect. I was trying to get it more like the box design, but still not a bad look for mine. And that's because I had to do a lot of posing and rearranging. And then that is definitely a disappointing part about this character, is I wish it was just proportioned correctly out of the box, and then you have to like go ahead and perfect it yourself. I don't know, for 350 bucks, definitely expect better from it. Also the welding too, kind of weird. I've seen a lot of them where they snap in the very back and they lean over, which is definitely a quality issue. And even for mine, at least right now, I'm having issues with this arm prong trying to like dislocate itself and get unhinged and all bent up. Definitely very concerning for Party Time, the company that makes this prop, to design props like this. The welding isn't great. And there actually was a third Leatherface released last year, one from Party City. And I actually had that one. I got that one as soon as I could because that one is perfect. That one is a classic Leatherface with some cool jump scare animation, and he looks perfect. And this guy, I think, again, looks pretty decent for Pretty Woman. But I think my biggest thing with it is just the animation. I get it's supposed to be like a scene from the movie, but number one, his arms are way too down, and two, quality isn't great. But for 350 bucks, which is definitely very expensive for this guy, I definitely expect more from him. So honestly, I mean, he's definitely better than the Jimmy one. So if you're looking for a decent Leatherface, he definitely is fine. But for the price tag, he definitely could have been a lot more. That being said, that pretty much wraps up my video on the Spirit Halloween 2023 Leatherface Pretty Woman variant. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next Halloween video.